Hey guys, so my question to you is, can a mid-range grinder like the 078S really compete with a premium grinder? And the answer is yes, you can get really close. And in this video, we're going to look at how do you get there? What are the steps that you need to take to ensure that you're getting the best espresso? It's all about the puck prep. Just to clarify, this is not about soup, it's not about turbo shots. I like them both, but they are not espresso. The reason why I say they're not espresso is because you do not get the emulsified lipids in there. There simply isn't enough pressure to force all of those oils from the coffee puck into the brew, which is what I believe gives the characteristic taste of espresso. So in this video, we're just going to focus on modern espresso. So first things first, the most important thing is, one of the most important things is the dose. I almost invariably go for 18 grams because I think it's the most forgiving dose. You can get good results from lower doses, but it's just easier with an 18-gram dose. So my preference is for a VST basket. I think it's a good compromise between uh, the ease of use and the quality of extraction that you get. Now you can use plus or minus 1 gram depending upon the density of the coffee. So I grind directly into the blind shaker, but no longer shake. And I'll tell you why. Shaking can produce great results when you're using a high-end espresso grinder. But the problem with shaking is that it produces clumps. And these clumps will interfere with the quality of your extraction. And I found that prolonged WDT can break those clumps down. So you need to do WDT for up to 2 minutes to break them down, and you can get good results. But what if you don't get those clumps in the first place? I think that prolonged WDT achieves exactly what shaking does without producing the clumps. So it allows the fines to get into the larger grinds and allows the grind size to become more even, which means your water is going to go through the puck more evenly and extract more evenly. You can try it yourself. You can grind some coffee into a glass cup. Try shaking one and try doing prolonged WDT in the other, and visually they appear the same. So the next step is to carefully transfer the grinds into the basket. And once you've done that, my preferred technique to distribute the grounds is to use a spirograph tool. Once you've done that, the next step is to tamp, of course. And I would always advocate using a self-leveling tamper. I think it's a game changer. It just takes the stress out and you will get a consistent tamp every time. So how much do you tamp for? Well, just until you get resistance. You don't need to tamp really hard. Just until you get resistance is more than enough. Now this next bit is really a game changer. Now there's been a lot of discussion recently about headspace, so which is the space about your puck, and the problem is that with our traditional machines, the non-lever machines, the headspace fills in very slowly. And what can happen is as the water interacts with the surface of the puck, uh, you can get weak spots. So the puck is not even throughout. You're going to get variations in puck density, and some spots are going to be weaker. And when the water interacts with it, what you get is essentially is fractures. And you can get channeling along these weak spots. Now, this is not as much of a problem with lever machines, because with lever machines, water is coming under pressure, which means that the headspace fills up very quickly, and the pressure is applied evenly across the surface of the puck. So how do you overcome this problem? And in my view, the solution is fairly simple. I found that using a filter paper on top of the puck and using a thick puck screens makes a massive difference. What it does is that it fills up the headspace. It stops the water from interacting with the surface of the puck until the headspace is completely filled and until the pressure starts rising, And that's when you get the pressure evenly applied across the puck. Just try it out, and it makes a massive difference to your extraction. Now, I don't use a filter paper at the bottom because I found that it actually doesn't matter as much if you're using the technique that I'm proposing. So I've got about 18 grams of coffee here. So I'm going to use circular motions to do prolonged WDT. Have a look at this, how fluffy it is. I'm now going to transfer this to the basket. Spread the grounds around a bit. Then going to use my spirographic tool. Use the self-leveling tamper until you get resistance. Place a filter paper on top and a thick puck screen on top of that. There you go. Let's start brewing. So I've got pre-infusion to 2 bar for up to 10 seconds. And then I'm going to turn the floor up so the pressure is about between 6 and 7 bar. That's a TDS of about 8.7. And that means we have extracted about 22.54. And it's amazing. I can get all the fruitiness. There's even a bit of flowers in there. Really smooth, no bitterness at all. It's almost as good as the Cafe Tech, which I got about a month ago. So guys, please try it out and let me know what you think. It's been an absolute game changer for me. And if you like my